What is your guess? I can't go into that store ever again story. When I was a kid, my family went to a pizzeria and before the food came I went to inspect the plumbing. They had those sinks where you press down on the knob and the water would flow, with the knob slowly raising back up before it would turn off after 20 seconds. I used my fist and hit the top of the knob and the thing just popped off and a huge geyser of water was erupting non-stop. Me and another kid were in there, we looked at each other and just bolted from the bathroom. I got back to my seat and just sat there silent. Then my mom went to use the bathroom, and when she came back she told us this story of how there was a pool in the bathroom hallway and the manager and an employee were in the men's room slipping and sliding trying to shut off the water. My whole family was laughing at the story, but I just sat there silent. They asked me what's wrong and I told them it was me that did it. They never fail to mention it every time we drive past a pizzeria even now 20 years later. I've never stepped foot in one since then. Do barbershops count? Decided to get a haircut whilst having a cold. Sneeze and farted at the same time. Never went back. I'm at a coffee shop, have a glass of coffee in front of me, filled to the top. That shit is almost overflowing. I raise my hand to get the waitress' attention because I want to order something else. I accidentally whack the shit out of the glass, this sends it flying across the room where it hits the waitress on the thigh and gets coffee fucking everywhere. Felt bad, so I left and never went back. In 1983 at age 17 I went into a pharmacy. I bought something and somehow I was given 50p too much change. I didn't say anything and left. To this day I've still not gone back. I have felt guilty ever since. I went to buy groceries almost daily, always in the same store. Most of the time only one checkout lane was open and there was always this really friendly older lady there. She would always make small talk with me and compare me to her son. After a few years of this I moved a bit farther away, but never told her. So I just didn't show up anymore. Now I won't ever go back there because I feel ashamed I didn't tell her and just abandoned her. Went on a first date with this girl to a new restaurant in town. She proceeded to get sloppy drunk and made a huge scene. From the classic could not control the volume of her voice to insisting on trying to show me and some other gentleman nearby what kind of underwear she had on while loudly insisting that she's a good girl though. The server we had seemed to get that I was not a willing part of this but I was so mortified there's no way I'd ever go back. Somehow different to other stories posted. But my roommates and I always do grocery shopping at this one Safeway in town. We are international students by the way, we always buy a lot of stuff cause we pitch in $25 each for groceries which makes it a $100 budget for the week. There's this lady who oversees the self-checkout, Katie. Katie never fails to give us this suspicious look every Sunday. Sometimes, I even see her following us around. Until that one time, I don't know what triggered her, but she accused us of shoplifting. Just because we have a lot of groceries and we were taking time to check out. She also said that if we look at ourselves on the CCTV, we look like we are not ringing in some items. She started rumbling and was saying racist/derogatory comments towards us. I gave her our receipt and told her to compare everything in our bag before she jump into conclusions. She said she does not have time for that and she will call the police on us. I asked for her manager but the manager did nothing. In verbatim, she told us to get out of here. This happened twice. The last time we went there for groceries, one employee asked international students, there's roughly 50 of us from the same country, to leave our bags by the customer service area before we shop. They also specifically requested for us to not use the self-service checkout. I don't know what caused all these, but it was very rude and unwelcoming. They could have given us an explanation. Safe to say.